Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. We're going to take a look at the crypto bubbles. As you can see, Quant is the biggest gainer over in the watch list, up 17.5%, XTC 12, HBAR approximately 4, XLM 2.2, XCN 6.2, Gala 1.6, XRP in the background there, 0.3, Velo 0.2%. So we're doing okay, guys. So we're going to jump over to the sort of Onyx XCN coin. We'll take a look at XRP, XDC, maybe have a chance to look at Quant and XLM. We'll see if we get to them, guys. But ultimately, this is how I'm seeing XCN now. So probably the best sort of time frame to look at XCN is on the 4 hour. So I've just posted this in here. So let's just move that out of the way for the time being. This is what I've got plotted in here. So potentially this could be the bottom for XCN here, because you can see these blue bubbles here. The 4 hour closes come in perfectly. Perfect closes, and then we get that massive big reaction there with the price at that sort of precipice. Okay, we are coming back down into it now. What I would like to do is sort of accommodate really for this sort of current price action. So if I was just to make some sort of parallel channel here, you could argue we've had a wick, we've had a wick, we've had a wick, we've had a fake out, and then we capitulate. Yeah, so this could potentially be a bull flag, or some sort of descending sort of wedge, if you will, falling wedge sort of type. So we could fluctuate around here, which is why I did have the lines at the beginning of this video, yeah. So something like this could potentially play out. Then the third, when Goliath mainnet comes live, obviously then you get the explosion to the upside. Okay, so this is something that we're looking out for now as sort of Onyxcoin holders. So potentially if it comes back down here, take out these lows around here, we could look at reaccumulating around sort of 1 cent 4. I would be looking at potentially worst case scenario just shy of 1 cent 3, and then off to the markets. Literally, we've only got less than a week now until mainnet goes live. So for me, it's just a hodl at this point, because we're already down significantly from the sort of local high, which was set back down here, up here, should I say, on the 26th of January, guys. So yeah, just a hodl for me at this moment in time, guys. Like I say, worst case scenario, let's just measure down the risk involved. I would say here 14-15%. If you fall all the way down here, more like 20%. So the risk is approximately 15 to 20%. And then the upside potential is absolutely phenomenal. We do have those sort of Fibonacci targets. Yeah, the 1618 is coming in around sort of 9-10 cent range. And then the Fibonacci above that is coming in over sort of 25 cent now. It's absolutely massive, guys. So yeah, it's some massive gains to be had anyway. So stick with it now for XCN. We are going to cover XRP, XDC, because they're both, and also XLM as well. So the sort of holy trinity, those three coins, they're all stipulating it's going to come down, which is why I do believe XCN can come down as well and maybe fall that 15-20%, which I've just covered. Okay, so XRP here, initially we could have argued that we did have some sort of bull pennant playing out. And I'll even go out onto the sort of weekly. You can see this really clearly on the weekly, yeah, which is why it's so important to use the larger time frames. So potentially you had this sort of bull pennant, yeah, and look at where this sort of weekly candle is falling to now. Now, really, we haven't got any support with XRP, so it's likely the 200-day institutional moving average is going to catch XRP price at around $1.50. So again, guys, I'm just highlighting the risks involved. I'm not saying it is going to happen, but the chances are it's very likely now as we are breaking down. There's a good chance XRP is going to fall approximately 31-32%. Okay, not financial advice. You guys can do what you want. On the daily, if we actually take out the sort of bull pennant, if you will, we did highlight this was potentially more likely to be a head and shoulder pattern rather than a bull pennant. Okay, this is just what other TA analysts was marking out as a bull pennant. Obviously, they are XRP holders and they want the price to go up, so they have a sort of bias towards price action. Right now, I don't really have a bias towards XRP because I'm not really involved in it in terms of a bag holder. However, if it does come down to sort of 150, which I expect it to do so now, I probably will be looking at reaccumulating there with the hope that XCN can pump on the 3rd of March when the Goliath mainnet goes live, and hopefully I can get above sort of 20 cent and then rotate it into XRP before the 19th of March when the Fed meeting does occur. So anyhow, this is the left shoulder, head, Right shoulder playing out. The right shoulder's breaking down now below sort of even not just on a weekly now, it's also happening on the daily. So there's a strong chance we're going to capitulate around 30%. It could be more, could be less. It could be a fake out, and then we could ultimately invalidate the head and shoulder pattern by taking out sort of $1. I would say to invalidate this, you're probably talking now about $1, $3.40, should I say, yeah, to invalidate that. So just be careful, guys. XDC and the plan. You guys, if you've not seen the update video, I did send out a video for the people that purchased the XDC plan. Got XRP plan there. Sent a video out as well with the update, so it better explains in more depth of how I actually see XDC playing out. Obviously, this is just a snippet now of the sort of plan. With obviously there's no targets involved. Obviously this is free content over on YouTube. However, there's people that have purchased will realize that we're making patterns inside of patterns. So this is basically phase one, looking to be completed. There are going to be an extra 2 phases, so we'll move into sort of phase 2 around 18th, 19th of March. Phase 2 will have a take profit inside of the XDC plan, where I expect XDC how to move, how we're going to navigate that, when to take profits, and then obviously phase 3 as well, when to sell out and save like 80%, 90% of your capital, because there will be some big corrections. Okay. Now let's get back to it. XDC here, the 200-day moving average, and this is the Elliott wave. Again, these charts haven't changed one bit. Still playing out as expected. So this 200-day moving average is approximately 6 cents. So if you see 6 cents, sub 6 cent is a fantastic re-entry price for XDC. So we're just currently making these corrections now. Once we get that 6 cent, that's likely to be over then for phase 1, and then we will move into phase 2, which is going to be absolutely mega. There will be millionaires made for sure. Okay, so make sure you click on the link down below. That is the blockbulls.com. This is where you can get these plans from, guys. So that's XDC. What I've done with this XDC chart, actually, I've just planted this sort of extra sort of TA here. So this is going from sort of recent highs back in sort of mid-January, and it catches a sort of B wave top there, and you can see where XDC has actually spiked through and taken liquidity on that trend line. So we've hit resistance, and we've actually rejected quite aggressively, because it's fallen from a sort of like 9.5 cent. We're already trading about 8.5 cent. So we're coming down now, in my opinion, to just complete that C wave correction. So XRP looks like it's coming down. XDC looks like it's coming down. Bitcoin is clearly coming down, yeah. You can see the 200-day moving average. So all the institutions now are going to be taking position. So while retail is scared, while we're all feeling sick and like basically feeling like we're on hallucinogenics, do you know what I'm saying? Everyone feels sick to the stomach with prices coming down. We're not so bad now, because we've had a day of sort of a little bit of an uprush, yeah, 10-15%. Yeah, in some cases 17% for quant. So we're all feeling a little bit better today. But you know what? These could be dead cat bounces before we actually do continue further to the downside. So 200-day moving average coming in around 82k for Bitcoin. So that to me is pretty much guaranteed at this point. We've also got that white trend line as well, which is coming in around 78, 79k. So around that sort of 80k region is probably where Bitcoin is going to bottom out. I don't feel as though Bitcoin is going to start retesting these highs here. Yeah, so this was about 7-8 month sort of period of consolidation before Bitcoin did break up to breach 100k. So that sort of liquidity box down here, or this blue line, should I say, is around 72, 73k. And I'll just give you a better example on the sort of weekly. So this is a rising wedge. This is bearish structure. This is macro. This has been going since 2011, 2012. So way over. This is almost like a decade. Well, it's over a decade's worth of data. And I do believe once we do tap that white trend line there and that 200-day moving average here, we're going to run up massively, yeah. So in my view, we're probably going to get up to about 215 to 220k per Bitcoin. That'll be the top of the cycle. And then what will happen is it'll be the first time in Bitcoin's history. Obviously, if Bitcoin affects everything, there's probably going to be a massive sort of correction. So something like this, boom, and then we'll probably absolutely capitulate. You know, it could go anywhere. I don't know what rules and regulations are going to basically impose. Looking at obviously creating Bitcoin into a reserve currency. What I'm saying is there's going to be a big capitulation. Where this actually falls to, I have no idea. In my view, it's probably going to be around sort of 15k. I would imagine, hazard a guess. Yeah, without all the artificial sort of QE money, ETF funds, all basically pumped into it, guys. So that is Bitcoin. I'm going to get to XLM now. So I've just shown you guys with XRP breaking down. XDC looks to be completing that C wave correction. But yeah, initially we did have again we was looking at making a bullish structure. So we did have this sort of bull pennant going into the 19th again Fed meeting, guys. So initially we had this, but you can see here XLM's already breaking down at the bull pennant. So the bull pennant has been invalidated. And for me, we're probably creating this sort of structure now. We're probably creating a sort of more of a bull flag. That would probably better represent it. Again, 200-day moving average isn't as far away as XDC and XRP's 200-day. So XLM is probably the best ISO token to hold, in my opinion, right now. If you do want to sort of mitigate any risk to the downside, again, all this is probability. We can fly up and we can come down. The likelihood is institutions, hedge funds, smart money are going to get their fills at 200-day moving average. Simple as that. So for me, smart money's probably getting in around sort of 25 cents, which isn't far to go from XLM. Then once we get to, it could play out, it could break out sooner, but I'd imagine on Wednesday the 19th, we're going to then start creating this sort of bull flag. So these are minimum targets, guys. Yeah. So you plant that at the end of the bull flag, and that would be a minimum target. So about $1.70 minimum target for XLM going into sort of April, May time. Okay, guys, not financial advice. If you guys need a plan, make sure to, like I say, click the link down below. You can get XTC or XRP, or if you buy them both together, you will get an automatic discount coupon applied, which is bundle 10, so you save yourself 10%. Again, XDC video update is already live, so you will receive that as soon as you purchase it. You will receive the original plan for XRP. And then when I update it, I'm looking at sort of Sunday this weekend to get that out, if not early next week. Okay, and again, you will receive a private video for the XRP plan along with a digital copy as well, guys. So anyway, that's been myself. I've been the Block Bull. Block Bull is over and out.